In the aftermath of Manny Pacquiao Keith Thurman, Adrien Broner goes to Instagram and challenges Keith Thurman to a fight next. Tap in.
All right, I'm ready. They love when I was down, now they see I bounce back. Now they all in their feelings. My partner told me, King, don't worry about that. Said it's time to make a killing. It's a new day, getting new money, but I don't with new. I'm just sticking to the business and the money is the mission, about to stack it to the ceiling. Now they all in their feelings. So you mad, bro? Now they all in their feelings. Tell me got them all in their feelings. All in their feelings. So you mad? Now they all in their feelings. Tell me got them all in their feelings. All in their feelings. It's a new day. They all in their feelings. Money, but I got them all in their feelings. All in their feelings. Now they all in their feelings.
Amen. Look, all I can say is this one right here, it would be very entertaining. It would be very entertaining. It's a very intriguing matchup. Not gonna spend too much time on it because right now it's really nothing. All it is social media, Twitter thumbs, Instagram thumbs, you know what I mean. But let's break it down real quick. So back in January, Manny Pacquiao, he has his clash with he had a big pay-per-view fight with Adrien the Problem Broner. And in that fight, he outpointed Adrien Broner. He won a decision. I think he won it easily, in my opinion. It was an easy decision. He beat Adrien Broner in January. The very next week, Keith Thurman, in his return fight after being out for 22 months, fought Josecito Lopez. Keith Thurman, he was almost stopped in the 7th round. He recovered, did what he had to do, and then he too got the decision against Josecito Lopez in his return. Those two fights took place 1 week apart. After the Keith Thurman fight was complete, Keith Thurman was the winner. The negotiations began, and then the fight that we just witnessed this past weekend came to fruition: Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. Now, the build-up of the Pacquiao-Thurman fight, in that build-up, this is where this, I don't know if you want to call it a beef or whatever you want to call it, but in the build-up to this fight is where this little quarrel began, because in the build-up of this fight, Keith Thurman constantly had negative things to say about Adrien Broner and about Adrien Broner's performance against Manny Pacquiao. Oh, he fought a 40-year-old senator. He obviously couldn't beat him. He couldn't do nothing with Manny Pacquiao's little T-Rex arms. He did say that when Adrien Broner was fighting Manny Pacquiao, he was hoping that Adrien Broner won that fight. He also was hoping that Manny Pacquiao won because he wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. However, he said he was, deep down, he was rooting for Adrien Broner. But Adrien Broner lost. And in the build-up of the fight of Pacquiao-Thurman, Thurman had a lot of negative things to say about Adrien Broner. In the press conferences, in the media, Thurman would be quick to say, "I'm not Adrien Broner. I'm not Adrien Broner. Pacquiao is not going to do me the way he did Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner, AB, if you ask me, AB, he's just about BS. If you get my drift, And he had a lot to say, about Adrien Broner's performance against Manny Pacquiao. So then, the Pacquiao-Thurman fight is made, and boy, has the tables have turned. Thurman goes out there and gets bruised. Thurman goes and gets bruised by Pacquiao. And at the end of the fight, Adrien Broner was in attendance. Of course he was. He was in attendance. And at the end of the fight, him leaving, you got different reporters with cameras in Adrien Broner's face, and Adrien Broner he just keeps yelling, "That boy got cooked. Thurman got cooked." And people are asking Broner, how does he feel about the fight between Pacquiao and Thurman? Thurman got cooked. That's all Adrien kept saying. And, Thurman, he kept saying, "Thurman got cooked." That's all Adrien kept saying. And, Adrien kept saying. And, Adrien kept saying, "Thurman got cooked." That's all Adrien kept saying. And, Adrien kept saying, "Thurman got cooked." That's all Adrien kept saying. And, Adrien Broner, he had a lot to say. He went on his social media immediately after the fight, and all he said was, "Put some respect on my name." You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Birdman. Hey, he said, "Put some respect on my name," and everybody knows what he was talking about. He was talking about Keith Thurman and how Keith Thurman had so much negative things to say about his performance against Manny Pacquiao. And now Keith Thurman just got bruised. And in my opinion, well, first off, Adrien Broner felt like he did a better job against Manny Pacquiao. So, in my opinion, I would have to agree with Adrien Broner. I believe Adrien Broner did a better job against Manny Pacquiao than Keith Thurman. Of course, Adrien Broner, he was, like I said in my previous videos, if you just go back to my previous videos, Adrien Broner had a defensive first mindset against Manny Pacquiao. The reason why he did not find success is because he did not counterpunch. When Manny would throw his shots, he wasn't counterpunching. He had the defensive mindset to avoid Pacquiao's big shots. Look at his face. He came away clean. And Adrien Broner also mentioned that. You know, he said, "Hey, look at me. Now, go look at Keith Thurman. Look at what happened with Keith Thurman." Okay, people are going to argue, well, Keith Thurman, on the other hand, unlike Adrien Broner, Keith Thurman let his hands go. Keith Thurman took risks. Keith Thurman tried to apply the offense on Manny Pacquiao. However, go back to my previous videos before the fight, that's not the game plan that Keith Thurman needed. Keith Thurman needed to be defensive minded first and counterpunch. So Keith opening himself up for these big shots, Pacquiao was obviously able to land. So in my opinion, I feel like, you know, I agree with Adrien Broner. He had a better, I wouldn't call it a better performance, because, you know, in the sport of boxing, you want to see that contact. But as far as who fought the better fight, Adrien Broner, in my opinion, fought the better fight. Now, if this fight between Adrien Broner and Keith Thurman were to actually happen, despite me feeling like Adrien Broner fought the better fight against Pacquiao, I would still favor Keith Thurman over Adrien Broner. Not going to get into too much breakdown of how I think that fight will play out, because obviously right now all this is Adrien Broner going to Instagram and saying, "Hey, I might mess around and fight Keith Thurman next. Pound on God now." You know, I don't like to say it. I don't like really using the Lord's name in vain, but that's what AB said. So again, right now, that's all this is. This is just, you know, Instagram. It's fun. I think, personally, I really think that Broner and Keith Thurman would actually be a very, very good fight. The different styles that they have, the styles makes fights. It's cliche, you hear it all the time, but styles makes fight, and I think they have the styles that would make a great fight. Again, I'm not going to get into too much fight breakdown because it's just talk. But I will say that the build-up for that fight would be, like, epically funny. Like, it would be off the charts funny, very entertaining. These are the two most trash-talking guys in the sport of boxing. You got AB and you got Keith Thurman, and they both, you know, got away with words. You know what I'm saying? So the build-up for the fight is definitely be entertaining. I think it will draw a lot of attention. In AB's post, when he called out Keith Thurman, he said, "Showtime pay-per-view, slow your roll, son, slow your roll." I don't know if that's pay-per-view worthy. You know, some people may think it is, but I do know the build-up of that fight was going to be very entertaining. It's going to draw a lot of attention. So if it is pay-per-view, yeah, I'm going to complain, but guess what I'm going to do? I'm still going to buy the fight. I'm just be like all you other fans that complain about pay-per-views. In this particular situation, I'm going to say this isn't a pay-per-view fight. There's no belts on the line. Me personally, if there's no belts on the line, shouldn't be pay-per-view. However, I'm going to complain this ain't pay-per-view, but what I'm going to do? I'm going to purchase the pay-per-view. Unless my boy Sky comes through with a free link and it actually works. I'm going to, hey, because this ain't this fight, Thurman Broner, to me, again, it's not pay-per-view material, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very, very good fight. If this fight happens, I'm all for it. It's gonna be interesting, But that's all I got for now, man. Y'all just let me know y'all thoughts and thoughts and opinions in the comment section. How do y'all feel about this fight if it were to happen? Who y'all got? You got Keith Thurman. You got Adrien Broner. What do you think about it? Is it pay-per-view worthy? Let me know how y'all feel. You know what I'm saying? Sincerely yours, King, and I'm gone. So I haven't been on YouTube much lately. I originally created this channel for music. I was once an aspiring artist, but through life's twists and turns, pursuing music is no longer a dream of mine. However, I will still upload new music every now and then. I am working on a new album. It's called In Case You Forgot. But constantly putting out new music is a thing of the past for me now. On this channel, I will be focusing mostly on boxing talk. So if you are a fan of music, hip-hop in particular, or if you're a boxing fan, please tap in. When I say tap in, I mean hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can get all the notifications for all new videos that I drop on the channel. And last but not least, I want to shout out the channels that inspired me to start giving my thoughts and views on what's going on in the boxing world and reporting some of the breaking news of what's going on in the boxing world. So shout out to those guys: Dante's Boxing Nation, Boxing Ego, Blue Blood Sports TV, Goodfellas Sports TV, Famous Athletics, and Gym Boxing. Salute. There's a lot of other channels that I watch and get my boxing knowledge from, but these are the guys that I literally watch and listen to every single day. So be sure to subscribe to all those guys as well. They put out great content every day. And like I said, man, just tap in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and I'm out.